The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On 1st and 10, it's Herbert. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. They'll get 13 yards for the second play in a row. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. On play action, Fields. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Well, did not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack.
3 scores down, not even at halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that is incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Fourth down, so they send out Trenton Gill. And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty. 17-0 our score after 1. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. There he goes left side. He's at the 50, the 30, 10. Touchdown, Packers. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scoring or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
A handoff for Herbert. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Play action. It's Fields. On the move to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
That's a pretty darn good start to this season. A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. He's got him in, complete.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Well, CD, when you combine accuracy with a big arm, you get throws like that. And Justin Fields may very well be making these kinds of plays at the pro level for years to come.
Here's a give to Herbert. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
He'll get that complete to his tight end, Komet. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Now Fields.
He'll be hit and taken down at the 21.
Rashawn Gary that time fighting free and getting to the quarterback.
Santos' kick is up and through, and they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one. The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
On 2nd and 10, Rodgers, he's going to let it go again. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Packers.
Romeo Doubs,
75 yards.
And the Packers are able to add on to their first half lead.
And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way to the end zone for the touchdown.
kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away.
Taking it about the 1. And he returns this to the 22.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted in.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked up by the former Bear, Adrian Amos. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers.
That one brought downfield by Watson.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. On first down, Rodgers. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Hey, take 26.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Rodgers. And he's got his man. Touchdown, Green Bay. It's Allen Lazard. A great play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Packers have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And a rout is on here in this first half. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away.
Fields it right around the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Herbert once more.
And some space here. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
62 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. The sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. And he is going to lose yardage here. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
How about the job there on the outside? Shed the wide receiver and was able to make the tackle on the perimeter.
Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays.
Fields.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
Now here's Trenton Gill now.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And the Packer drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line.
And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers.
He's going to find Edwards open downfield. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's 1st down on the other side of the field. Here's Rodgers to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Partner, they've been aggressive, airing it out all game long, and no better evidence than those last 2 snaps. They weren't going to beat this coverage, though, 2 plays in a row, and that one falls incomplete.
A final shot before half for Rodgers. Touchdown, Packers! Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes.
And the Packers would extend their lead here just before halftime.
Point after, right down the middle. And a rout is on here in this first half.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away.
So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter.
No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Now Rodgers.
And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
And this drive was almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers.
And he'll let this go deep for Lazard.
And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. On now is the Packers punter. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. .33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. They'll run. It's Herbert. And they'll get him down here at about the 42.
69 yards on the ground for him so far.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, a run with Herbert.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Fields now to throw.
Being chased out left. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
Here we go on 4th down. Fields.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Well, that frustration, Charles, it's been building on the defensive side of the ball, and unfortunately there, it turns into a roughing the passer penalty.
Yeah, and they should be frustrated because he's picked them apart the entire game, but it's got to come out in a different way. You can't hit him illegally. Stop him downfield the way you're supposed to.
Now a 1st down throw. Fields
letting one go deep for the end zone. And this one is incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. They'll go option to the short side. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line.
They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. That also a career-long kick for the veteran, Charles.
Yeah, how about what he just got done there? We always knew he had a big leg, but how about everything coming together perfectly on that one? Great leg swing, and bang that one through.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Dane Cruikshank. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. Well, with the size of lead that this offense has, I don't think that interception is really going to affect them much. But at least for this defense, something small to hang their hat on.
Yeah, and let's face it, they're not even scoreboard watching anymore, right? They're just trying their best to make a play, get themselves off the field, which they just did, and salvage a little bit of pride in this one.
Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. 74 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Fields. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Let me out a little bit, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well. So give some credit to the defense.
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. They snap it to Fields. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Quay Walker. And the Packers are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Green Bay, Wisconsin is the spot. 3rd quarter inside Lambeau. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. Catch made by Watson on the out route. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that guy deliver with good timing, and they got it done.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a 1st down to boot. Rodgers to throw once more. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. Now it's Rodgers. This is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Now Jones. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Aaron Jones, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Packers just continue to roll. So he's had a nose for the end zone here in the early part of the season. 2 touchdowns for him now in this one to go along with the one he had in the opener as well.
Yeah, he certainly finds where the goal line is and finds a way to get across it. But you know who else senses it? The guys that block for him. Because he has that instinct, I think they hold their blocks just a little bit longer.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away.
From the end zone, here comes Herbert.
And he's going to be out of bounds here as the run back will leave him shy of the 20-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Fields on third down. That's complete right side to Kmet. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
Back now at Lambeau. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair.
This is Herbert.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
Here's Fields.
What a spin.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Why you admire anyone trying to pick up an additional couple of yards? They're just not worth it when you take shots like that. Quarterbacks have to stay in the game and stay on the field.
The Bears on third down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3.
From the 50, here's Fields.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
4th down. Fields has to have this one.
It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And this defense will take over right at midfield. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Here's a give to Jones running left. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop.
Open man left side. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer 1st down.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
Here's Jones again on 2nd down.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one by.
And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Loss, man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now, but as you've mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not...
nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. Kenny Clark able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
Vocabulary isn't that great, but to me, there's only one word that fits this front seven today, and that's dominant. 4 and 5 sacks is already rare in one game. getting to more than 6 in one contest while winning by that.
And now a fumble. The ball's out. But the Bears look to get this one back, and indeed they did. So they'll keep possession.
Wow, that ball is not free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And the Packers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense will very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. But Charles, they're still airing it out at this point despite that huge lead. And some people may be saying, well, why are they throwing the football? These guys, I guess, are just padding their stats at this point.
Yeah, there are a lot of big grins, I think, from people in their families, from themselves. You're exactly right. Pad the stats when you get an opportunity. It'll certainly help you come contract time.
And they work this well upfield across the 45.